Chinese and American media have been reporting that Tesla doesn't have enough demand. And so they've got a big problem. They need to make the Model 2 fast because there's not enough demand for the Model 3 and the Model Y. After reading these reports, I thought, well, let's have a look at the facts. Is this actually true? It is true that Tesla are discounting the Model 3 enormously. In America, you can now get them for around $36,000 US, which I think is a pretty good deal, to be honest. But that's not the point. The point is Tesla struggling with demand? Well, for one, would you really want to buy the old Model 3 when you know the new version is already on sale in numerous countries around the world? Probably not. Is EV demand, or is Tesla EV demand as much of a problem as people are saying it is? Well, maybe not. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Tesla's most important factory in the world for EV production is its factory in Shanghai in China. And Tesla did just report how many cars it sold in the month of November from its factory in China. So 82,432 cars made in the Shanghai Gigafactory were sold or delivered to consumers in the month of November. That's growth of 14.3% from October, but it is down by 17% from the same month last year. Those numbers include both domestic sales and export sales. So they include sales in China and outside of China. The thing is, it is also possible that Tesla simply hasn't ramped quite yet to its full production capacity for the Model 3 Highland. It is making the new version of the Model Y now from its factory in China. So if you've ordered a Model Y now, then if you're going to take delivery, say, starting January next year, it's almost certain that you'll get the new version. That's good news. And Tesla China doesn't report monthly numbers for sale as in their actual deliveries in China. However, the China Passenger Car Association does so every month. And that reveals to us that number, which I think is actually not too bad. I mean, 83,000 cars doesn't seem that bad to me. For Tesla China, it is much awaited growth after 2 months of decline, as the Shanghai plant has been it's been under pressure. It's been paused because Tesla's been trying to retool for new Model 3 Highland production. In September, it had to change the tooling and adjust production lines for the facelifted Model 3. And it did the same thing last month and the previous month, some of the previous month, for the updated Model Y. Now, the updated Model Y doesn't have all the updates of the new Model 3 Highland. It's like a version of the Juniper, but not quite. I mean, the Juniper version, the full Juniper version, is said to have the new battery packs and all the changes of the Model 3 as well. But that won't be here until about the middle of next year. The updated version of the Model Y is kind of a stopgap car. It's kind of something to help Tesla maintain its sales momentum with the Model Y. And to be fair, if Tesla really didn't have such a big problem with demand for the Model Y, why is it the best-selling car in the world? When has the media ever said in the history of automotive news or any other news platform, CNBC, whatever, when have they ever said, this is the best-selling car in the world? Oh, must be demand problems. Clearly demand problems. Really? Okay. Last month, the best-selling car in France was the Tesla Model 3. The second best-selling car was the Tesla Model Y. What about in, say, Norway? The best-selling car was the Tesla Model Y by a mile, in fact. 3 times more sales than the second best-selling car. And considering the strikes going on in Europe against Tesla right now, surprising to see these sales numbers are still so high. Well, what about in Sweden? I mean, Sweden is the epicenter of the strike going on against Tesla. The media are absolutely crucifying Tesla, rightly or wrongly, I don't know, but that's what's happening. And somehow, the Tesla Model Y was still the best-selling car in Sweden. And in fact, across numerous European countries, the Model Y was the best-selling EV. Doesn't seem to me like Tesla has so much of a problem with demand. Maybe more so with production. Production of the new version of the Model Y, production of the new version of the Model 3. That's where I think the challenges are, because we haven't seen any production of the new Model 3 Highland yet in America, or of the new Model Y. That's what Tesla, I think, is working on. And, getting caught up in the details of the Cybertruck. That and the Model 2. On that note, we have just found out that Tesla will, in fact, build a second Gigafactory next to its existing Gigafactory in Shanghai in China, which will build possibly more than 1 million Model 2s every year. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.